Watch it. So yeah, outstanding riding from them, but right now it is Spike Taylor and Robbie Shorter off the line first, but Drew Mayer and Alan Denovan from Wellington on the bike 42. Now, called this as a ZX12 yesterday. Some things that go into my brain, they stay there for years. This is an old outfit. This is a Yamaha R1, the ex-Chivo's bike. So, sorry about that, folks. They corrected me. That's what I like. It's no good going telling everyone else, and I don't hear. I'll try to put the logs out in my brain, but right now they're leading the race. Hard men too, those boys from the South Island.
And the boys are just quickly doing the sidecars here, but we do want to come in just with a very quick run. So Sloane Frost, Hardy, congratulations. A correction, he's already put it on the bike. He is number one, Sloane. What a great wave to finish here at Taupo.
A good solo rider, as we can see right now, an outstanding sidecar rider.
Win the championship,
fastest lap at Timaru this year, I think like 2,000 to the second. Didn't get the race win. Can they get a race win here at Taupo for the second sidecar race? But right now, the speed of that GSXR 1000, Spike Taylor and Robbie Shorter.
So there we go quickly. Sorry for the cutover, but Hardy, congrats. We do have the New Zealand Superbike champion,
which is only really Frost, hardly still deserved. A serious kink on the track after turn 11. So we're looking up there, and it is Spike Taylor gone into the lead there. The winner of the TT, I think, last weekend. The winner of the TT, dicing all the way through. Plenty of action in the sidecar racing with who's right at the tail end of the field. Couldn't quite see that. We've got to go through all the competitors, but here we go. Here come the Lawrence brothers too. It is a clear-cut lead from Spike Taylor, Stephen Taylor. He wears the number one. Why? Because he was first in the New Zealand Championships last year. Denovan and Mayer. Denovan doing the passengering in second place. The Lawrence brothers, Chris and Richie on the 11 machine with the yellow lightning bolt down the side there. Third place there. And Andy Scrivener and T. McEwen on the 99 machine. The local man, she's from Tauranga, and the local man. I said, what was wrong yesterday? He said, we had handling issues and our tyre was off. We've got a new one here for today. So now we always go on about Andrew Stroud, 9 times New Zealand Superbike Championship. I'd just about bet money that Andy Scrivener's won 9 New Zealand Championships in the sidecar class. That's incredible in any class, but I can't remember whether it's 8 or 9. He doesn't really know, but it's either 8 or 9. It's right up there. So he's always done it on what's called a short bike, and he's been reluctant to go to the long bike. Finally, he went there. Finally, he went there, and he struggled with it at the beginning of the season, but he got the setup better and better and better, and they're out there in 4th place. 5th place there is the first of the 600s. There is no separate classing for Formula 1 and Formula 2 bikes at the New Zealand Superbike Championship. There's just simply not enough sidecars in New Zealand to do that, but that's the number 73 machine, and that's a classic racer there. Ryan Stenter's on board, so that's a classic racer. Okay, let's go back to, so I think we were doing interviews there. I'm not in line of sight and we cannot hear here, so apologies for that. We've got race action on the track here. All that race action is hotting up. For the first place is out in the front, but 3 bikes there. Yeah, it is 3 bikes going into that chicane, coming onto the front straight. We've got the two green bikes there. Scrivener's gone up from 4th place into 2nd place there. Scrivener with Tina McEwen on the side on the 99. RSR machine, a different machine out of England, almost identical to an LCR, Louis Christian racing bike. It's an LCR in 1st, an LCR in 3rd place. So much so this RSR brand of machine actually carries some LCR parts on there. So that's relegated Drew Mayer and Alan Delavan back to 4th, but the 73 machine, the first of the 600s there in 2, 4, 5th place. Then we go back to the New Zealand Championship points leader, Pete the Pirate and Kendall Dunlop. Now, they have 51 points. They're 51 points ahead, so actually there's only 50 points today. They won the New Zealand Championship yesterday. I hope we picked up on that. They won the New Zealand Championships yesterday, so they should be out there just riding for fun, and the pressure's off them. But they're back in 2, 4, 6th place there, Pete the Pirate and Kendall Dunlop. We go back another one, I'm pretty sure that's 69, Mark Hall's there. Yes, it is, with Darren Prentice doing the passengering. Another one of the 600s. Mick Paul from Wanganui with Craig Pedersen, legs doing the swinging there, riding the 35 bike. They got the number some years ago. Particularly Mick Paul with Andre Blinkhorn have been sidecar racing sidecars, speedway sidecars for many, many years, and went to the road racing. And I think Mr. Blinkhorn's decided he can't do it on this modern machine. He stepped aside before he gets worn out and hurts himself. But they carry the number of Burt Munro, 35. So they're back in 8th place, Ian Staples, Louise Blythe on the 92, Aprilia in 9th spot. We got Warwick Dimmicks, Will Climo from Christchurch there on 83 in 10th place. 11th is Gordy McHugh and Jeff Davis. Then we got Bruce Roberts and Jim Bilbies with Matt Peters and Doug Corns out there. They had struggled with the glue, with a damaged engine at Hampton Downs 2 weeks ago. They got a replacement of Spike Taylor. Good community. They lent them an engine, said bring it back at the Have a Go Day. The Have a Go Day. We'll talk about that shortly. And they had some sort of misfiring yesterday, so pulled out. So hopefully they've got that sorted there. There's that thundering V-twin, the Aprilia 1000 there. A short bike, completely different to anything else in the field, and the engine's not competitive. But tell you what, the handling on the infield, if there's ever a really filthy wet race, my money's going to be on that bike being right up the front, despite only being a V-twin 1000, carrying a huge power different. Reduction there, but certainly putting the power to the ground. Now we're going to talk about this number 73 bike. We're joined by Barry Smith. Now Barry Smith holds the lap record here, and who's your passenger around here for the lap record? I'm just looking with Robbie Shorter. He's out there leading this race. Barry had a massive accident at Christchurch in the sidecar race, went into a brick tyre wall, felt like a brick wall at that speed. He's only just sort of really got up and around and still struggling to get round, but his injury's on the heel. How are you anyway after that?
I'm on the mend now. Obviously it's taken a while since January, so it's been a lot of hard work getting back to fitness, but I think another couple of months and I'll be back to full fitness and hopefully back on the bike for October.
Great, and that number 73 bike's a bike you've piloted quite often with, I think, Tracy Bryan on the side. That's only a 600. It's a Formula 2 spec bike, but where do you think that can come and shine through on this track here at Taupo?
Definitely through the infield. We made some suspension adjustments yesterday, and we actually gained another 4 seconds off the lap time. So definitely through the infield, but the guys are just losing a bit out down the straight there.
All right, and it's great to have you joining in, and no doubt you're going to miss the sidecar action out there, not being on a bike, but heal up and come up here for the next sidecar race. We've got to have that information. Right now, still Spike Taylor. We've got 4 laps to go. Spike Taylor in first place, fastest lap, a 1:38.8, a 1:39.9 for Andy Scrivener, 1:41.5 for Chris Lawrence in third place there on the track on the 11 machine. Still a battle going on between Drew Mayer, Alan Delavan, Pete the Pirate and Kendall Dunlop, and Tracy Bryan doing the swinging for her brother Brian Stent there on the 73. You can see that battle, the green, the grey and the black bike into turn 7 and out of turn 7 here at Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park, and that's a big battle there. A lot of ladies out there as well, a couple of old women. No, we don't want to be like that, do we? A lot of ladies out there. We've got Tina McEwen in second place here. We've got Kendall Dunlop in 5th place here. We've got Tracy Bryan out there in 6th place. We've got Louise Blythe, former lap record and winner at Whanganui a number of times. Who was she riding for? Leighton, no, she didn't ride for Leighton Manel, sorry, that was her next door neighbour. It was Stacey Seller from Australia, so she's got the ability to be out there and pump it around. She's enjoying this riding too. So we've got Louise Blythe out there on the bike. Looks like a DNS for Dave MacArthur and Tony New, unfortunately. They must have had machine problems. I understand they flipped their bike yesterday, but they went out into the race. Yeah, they flipped their bike. It's unusual to flip a bike and be able to be strong enough to come back from that. 4 laps to go here at the Bruce McLaren Motorsport Way. Robbie Shorter and Spike Taylor out of action. I think, I didn't see it. Did they spin? It started slowing. I thought they might have had a spin and come onto the infield. The yellow flags are out. All right, bike problem. So, all right, can this be Andy Scrivener's first win for I don't know how many years? When's the last time? It's 10 years since he's raced sidecars, and he would have been winning out around that time. So the other thing is, I asked yesterday, the Lawrence brothers been racing for 30-odd years, pole position yesterday, outstanding, but also took out the first race of the weekend, a New Zealand Championship race. I asked Richie yesterday, how long since you won your last Superbike Championship race, you know? And he just couldn't simply remember. So I hope they get that information up to me today. I can't find it on information that I've got this weekend. They'll have the knowledge, but that's how long. So we've got 2 guys, legends of the sport. Tell you what, I won the New Zealand Sidecar Passenger Championship title back in 89-90. Then the next year. It's hard to sort of say. 89-90 was a season, so 3 years in the row, and I was racing in the last season against Andy Scrivener. I think it was Matt Deverell back there, and the Lawrence brothers were the old fellas of the sport almost back then. And that's back in the days of old when men were men, and so were the women. Way back there. We won't use the other terminology for that, but so these guys been a long time. And Spike Taylor was doing it. I can remember helping with a hacksaw. He was stuck in a tree here after racing sidecars, not what you do, Jared. He was stuck in a tree here after a major crash. It took us 45 minutes to cut him out, and that was on the old short circuit. That would have been up at going into turn 11. What's here now? So the battle is on for first and second place. The Lawrence brothers have always come on strong later in the race. This is their specialty. Other guys can slow down, but the Lawrence brothers have got harder and harder and harder. 0.4 of a second between first and second as they went across the line. I'm sure the gap slowed. Big sidecars trying it. He's going to go over the inside line, the outside line. Strong. Mate, well, Chris Lawrence has got to be 54, 55. Brothers about the same age. I'll tell you what, his brother's as fit as a buck rat and very rarely departs from this machine, so good on him, mate. But they're ex-Taupo boys as well, so they'll have a few of their old friends, the ones that aren't in jail. A few of their old friends back out there supporting them. So right out of the hairpin, turn 7 there, it closed up to half a sidecar length. The Scrivener machine, how much faster is that? They've got a stock motor, but maybe the Lawrence brothers had, because that Scrivener machine going out of turn 9 was just a little bit faster. I'm only talking about a bike length, but of course that's all you need to win a race, even half a bike length. We've seen thousandths of a second over this championship series. That's all you need to win a race. 2 laps to go. The white flag will be out after this lap. They're going into turn 11. I think, yeah, there they come into turn. Oh, they're out onto the straight. The green bike's in the front. The green bike's still in the front. Is it the speed thing down here? The Lawrence brothers, they're matched for speed. They're matched for speed. The Lawrence brothers come through here. They're side by side. They're side by side coming through. They're going to get the white flag. I can't see it. The Lawrence brothers come through. There's still a full lap to go. Now, Scrivener's not going to get him up. I'll tell you what, Tina McEwen, the bruises she's had this season is just incredible. I don't know how she's hung on to this bike. She's got hubby out there riding way down the pack, but Tina McEwen has stepped up, done classic racing, done modern racing, done 600 racing with Tracy Bryan, but mate, she's stepped up there. I know what it's like to go from being a bike that's being lapped up to New Zealand Championship level. I'm not a super athlete, but I know what the toll it takes on your body. And if a rider's tired or just needs a bit of a breather or something, he can slow down, she can slow down, but the passenger ain't got that luxury, because you can't change the characteristics of the bike during a race. So she's just got to keep on going and going and going, and she wants a win. They almost got a win at Hampton Downs. I think it was 12 thousandths of a second. Yes, it was 12 thousandths of a second. They were gutted. They didn't know who won as they'd gone across the line. Is this their win? Is this their first New Zealand Championship win as a team? Andy Scrivener and Tina McEwen. The Lawrence brothers are just a little bit ahead. Remember, Scrivener was a little bit faster about a lap and a half ago through here. They're going up to the top. The change of position happened out of sight of us, but on the Ctas footage there, right up the top of the track, we see the Lawrence brothers into turn 11. I'm going to go and get an energy drink after this. I don't probably need one, but it'll keep me going for the rest of the day. They're out of sight now, looking for the green bike on the footage here, coming down. It is the Lawrence brothers in front, still. The Lawrence brothers in front. They pulled aside beside. Slipstreaming, when are they going to stop the slipstreaming and pull out there? There's probably 3 sidecar bikes. It's going to be a braking duel into this chicane there for the last lap of the second Superbike Championship race here at Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park. It's going to be the Lawrence brothers in it. One more corner. Here's Scrivener lining him up there, nose to tail. Look at all the time marks for previous runs. Nah, the Lawrence brothers 2 out of 2 there. A gap of 0.146 of a second. Valuable points to those teams as well. Let's go back further down. This battle was on between 111 Pete the Pirate. He came back from about 6th or 7th place. He's got 3rd place there with Kendall Dunlop. Drew Mayer and Alan Denovan there take, I've got to count now. Get my fingers out. They weren't in anyway. I've got to get them out of my pocket. 1, 2, 3, 4th, sorry. And 5th place, 73. And that is Brian Stent. Brian Stent and Tracy Bryan, brother and sister, they're also the lap records holders on classics at Whanganui, and a bike their father built. So they went through in 5th place. It was Mark Hall's Darren Prentice in 7th place, 6th place, sorry. Mick, Paul, Craig Patterson getting to grips with that new machine in 7th place. And then we have Warwick Dillons and Bill Climo from Christchurch there, 8th place. Ian Staples, Louise Blythe on the naked number 92 machine. Have a good look at this riding around the track. Gives you an idea what's going on under a sidecar during a race. The normal procedure is you're hidden, but you have